All right, I'll share the peer deck again.
So, is there any WhatsApp group for system commands?
Like not officially, there are no WhatsApp groups for this. No official groups are there. So join the peer deck session. We are starting off with the first question. This is the same question paper as the last one, so we are just doing that. This is our first question. My screen is visible, right?
Yes.
Okay. Show the question. You can type out the answers on the chat or just like tell me in comment if you have any doubts. Is the question clear?
Yes, sir. What does N mean in the end after the slash?
Wait, I'll show you that thing again. See, it's in the options part. See, like the help page for Echo. It is given. It will be given to you in the exams. So see, the options is -n. Do not append a new line. So by default, what Echo does, it adds up the new line at the end of the line. So wait, I'll show you with this. See.
So can you show the some? Sorry. So
So
I mean the
question.
options.
Basically, what -n does is to suppress the trailing new line that that is like the default behavior of echo command. And we are intentionally adding an extra new line character for getting to the new line.
We cannot go back. Yeah, let's not go back to the days again. But for T1, two-phase locking is not possible because it's still ranking.
All right, everyone's clear with this question.
That's why we need.
Why A is the answer? All right then. Can anyone explain me?
Can be because it's the same that is not so.
-n is telling to not to append the new line, but the /n is telling us to go to the next line. So A tab T means tab, so tab B.
Find the possibility.
/n means the next line.
Yeah.
Same way. Another.
There is too much background noise.
Okay, wait. Cool goes off my mic. Yeah, Kumkum, it's all right then. I'll move on to the next one.
Sir, one question.
Is this correct answer?
We have to
Yeah, A is the correct answer.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, Chandra Prakash.
Sir, why don't we have to escape?
What thing? Like, see, this is the special characters that are in in itself. You don't have to escape. Echo interprets the following \escape character as it is. Like the /n is the new line. It is as it is interpreted. If you want to do the literal / and you have to escape that and then do that.
If I just remove -e, won't it directly print \n and not escape it.
What does minus E does? Can you explain?
It's written that it enables interpretation of the backslash escapes.
Yes.
So if
So
I'm
we,
not writing minus e and if I write backslash n, it would print backslash n. Is
yeah.
that how it works?
Sir, if it is minus capital E, minus N capital E, then we have to escape, right? That's what it is written. Explicitly suppress the interpretation.
Explicitly, see, it was capital E. And enable the interpretation of the following black see, minus E will just enable the interpretation. If you do not do anything, then it will be like taken literally. But I'll show you this.
Yes, sir. I'm asking if it would have been capital E, then you have
Yeah,
to escape, right?
yeah, you have to explicitly do that.
Yeah, that's enough, sir.
Yeah, right.
So if we omit
Sir,
C, then it
one
will
down.
print N
Yeah.
or slash N.
I'm sorry, Kumkum.
So if we omit minus C, it will print N or slash N.
Slash n, it will like print the literal string.
Okay, A slash TB slash
Yeah,
N.
yeah.
Okay.
Then doesn't minus capital E means the same thing as not using E or minus E, because it's saying explicitly suppresses the interpretation of backslash.
It will see it is the default like the behavior of echo command to not to interpret it.
So
So
minus E is the default.
yeah, it is the default behavior. You don't have to like explicitly make it enable. It is by default enabled. But if you want to avoid that and like use these characters \t and n in your command, then you have to use minus E.
Okay.
Was this clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. This is it again, the Crontab question.
The same question was in, I think, we have the quest also it was there.
Yeah, there might be like a Crontab question like that in End-Sem also.
If you have done at least once, you should know that.
So is the question clear?
Yeah, if you
Can you give the answers in chat?
Sir,
So
one is
can't see the option, sir.
Okay.
you also include this option.
Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. So there is this one typo here. I just saw that. So please ignore that. That is just a typo.
Get the high and low value.
Where type, sir?
At the last option, it's just 004. It should be this.
Yeah.
Get the high low. Below.
sir, zero is Sunday or
0 is Sunday. The week starts with Sunday.
okay? Then it is clear.
So which option is this then?
B option.
Monday at 4.
Yeah. All right. It's clear with everyone, right? So we can move
So we
on.
have to follow this, right? Whatever is given in the figure, that 0, 4, and the star. All these we have to follow, right? Entry.
Yeah.
in the cron tab.
Yeah, the star is for everything. So here the zero will for like at the start 0th minute in the 4th hour of the day, every month and every week, every day of every month, and what which day of the week? Every first day, which means the Monday. The week starts with Sunday. So every Monday at 4 a.m. it will uh, execute the script.
Okay.
So moving on to the next question.
So what does this and mean?
So I didn't get the question. Can you please explain?
So, how much like do you understand this question?
No, we just understand this dot star, which means
Yeah.
every line. After
Yeah.
that, what is and
So,
backslash?
a dot star is like everything, not every
Everything. Yeah.
line. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything. Sorry.
Everything in that particular line that it is processing.
Mm-hmm.
So, what it will do, it will search for everything in that line and then replace it with literal like the and ampersand. So it will replace it with a literal ampersand, then insert a new line character. We have that backslash n, and then again an ampersand. So basically, your one line gets converted into two lines.
How, sir? Ampersand. What is ampersand doing, sir?
Ampersand is literal, the string ampersand. It does not mean anything. Just like every other character A, B, C, D, it's ampersand. And it does not mean anything. Just the special character, there is this backslash n, which will introduce a new line. First it will remove everything in your current in your whatever there is your current line, and then first add an ampersand, go to the next line and add another ampersand. So basically, your one line gets replaced by two lines.
Acha. So two lines, they both have only ampersand,
Yeah,
not the actual line.
not yeah. You're not referring it to anywhere. You're not making any back references. You're not grouping them. So
Mhm. I
it
thought
just get lost.
ampersand is something related to the special
Uh,
character which we
mm,
use.
no. If it was supposed to be like that, then it would be have been given. But ampersand is not a special character.
Mhm. Okay.
Right, then, anyone else have doubt?
Option D is the answer, right?
Yeah, it will have twice the number of lines as compared to a.txt.
Mhm.
Anyone else have doubts? Then we can move on to the next one. So first read through it. We've given a hint for that thing, and I'll show you the question. Is the question clear with everyone? whatever it is given right now.
Yes.
Right. So can anyone explain me what this is trying to do?
Sir, I can try.
Yeah, Chandra.
So FNR iterates over all the lines for a file. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
for the first time it will n is actually not set. So
It will be 0.
I can basically understand that it will try to so once the NF flag is set into file name,
Yeah,
the next time a new file comes and
yeah.
uh, only if the FNR is more for the new file, it will reset the file name.
Yes. But then, have you seen the options that are given to you? See, in the end section, you are not printing NF. You are printing the file name.
Yes, sir.
So, what would be like the optimum solution for this? Like, since whatever what is going in the iterative block, like in the first, it doesn't even matter because in the end we are just printing the file name.
Right. You're right.
Mhm.
Yes. So, which option would be most suitable
Option B, sir.
with minimum number of lines? How?
Because it's checking, no, n is if n is less than FNR,
Hmm.
then suppose a current file has less number of records, and so n is being replaced with FNR, and NF is the current file name. So the file name which has the less number of records.
But in the end, we are just printing the file name. We are not printing the NF variable that we have like stored the value of file name in. We are just printing the file name. So it doesn't matter what it is there in the NF variable.
So we'll print the file name that was last passed in the argument.
Yes.
No, sir, not getting this. Please explain.
Wait. See, the hint is given to you. See, the file name, it is the current input file. So, whatever file name variable is the built-in variable for storing the current file name. Okay. So, but whatever you are doing in that iterative block, checking if FNR is if it is n is lesser than FNR, and if it is less than, then just increment and just store the file name value in a different variable NF. See, but you are not accessing that NF variable anywhere when you are printing it. You are just printing the file name. And since see, it is in the end block, right? So at
Yeah.
the end block, whatever the name of the end last file will be at the end. So only the last file name will be printed, nothing else.
But sir, here FNR corresponds to the current in record of a file name. And
Yeah,
if
like FNR
multiple
is,
files are have different current records, I mean, different number of records,
yeah,
then each time NF is getting the file name
yeah.
corresponding to that,
Yes. So
right?
whatever, yeah, that part is right. But in the question, we are not printing the NF in the end. We are just printing the file name.
But okay, so how is it processing all the files given in the
Like,
working directory?
so the awk script is running. That is
Yeah.
that. It like the execution, if it is given to you that it is executing in the current working directory, so all the files will be access to it.
Mhm.
So you just need to find out what will be the printed at the end. What will we see at the end? It will only print the file name, not the NF.
NF here is stands for
NF here is the file name with the maximum number of file records, right? The logic that
okay.
we are doing that. But whatever we are doing in that logic, we are not utilizing it by printing NF. We are just printing the file name. And see, the main motto of this question was to check, like, whatever you're printing, where you are printing, which block you are printing. You're printing in the end block, and what you are printing, a local variable, like the awk variable. So awk variable, in the end, it will only have the file name of the last file that it accessed, not
Okay.
every file that it went through.
And not
So
even the maximum or minimum number of
huh,
lines.
it doesn't matter to it, because if we were to print NF, then the answer your answer would be correct. But in the end, we are just printing the file name.
Okay.
So since see we that the question wanted you to know that we are since we are printing in the end block, it will only the file name variable will have the last file name that that it accessed. So
Okay.
that will only be printed.
Okay, sir. Got it.
So D is the answer. All right.
Yes.
Every
So
Is it clear with everyone?
one question, sir.
Yeah.
So if we have written print NF, so the
Yeah.
answer would be B.
File name with the maximum
Minimum.
number of lines.
Okay. Maximum.
File
Maximum
name, if n
because
is less than file, if it is less than FNR, then it will assign the file name.
Yeah.
Okay, so the minimum will be the,
minimum, right?
yeah,
Okay.
it will be the minimum.
Because it will capture the minimum
Number of
FNR.
Yeah,
No, it would be maximum, right? We are checking if the variable is smaller than the current
FNR.
FNR. So only if the current record has more number of lines than the previous record, only then it will get updated.
I'm sorry.
So let's say the first record, the first file has 10 number of lines. So your n will be 10 and nf will be whatever the name is. Then if the second record has more than 10 number of lines, only
No,
then
no,
we'll
no,
go
no.
into the
No,
FNR is not like that. It's
FNR is the file number of whichever file you are accessing, how many records it has.
yes, I okay.
Sir,
Okay, I think it should be
Yeah.
maximum. No?
sir,
For the case 2, if FNR is 12, still N will be less than FNR.
yeah,
So N remains the
and
same.
will be same.
N equal to file name, the first file name only.
Yeah.
So
Yes, true.
it will capture minimum number.
Minimum number of lines.
Okay, can we do it with an example once?
Yeah,
Let's
sir.
say first file has 10 records and the second file has 12 records, as you said.
Wait. I'll show you. Wait.
Hmm.
Is the screen visible?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Can you zoom it a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Correct.
So suppose we are just make this file one. Oh, we already have that. Yeah. And we make this file two. Okay. We have just 8 lines already. And we will have another file three with this.
Yes.
Right. Cat I'm so this is our whole files that we have.
What was the command that you used to print every? Okay, cat files. Okay.
So we'll just do that. What it was doing, it was checking if n is less than
Less than FNR.
FNR. First, let me tell you what FNR is. So I'll just print uh, FNR, FNR, and the NR and the $0 and file one, file two, and file three. I'll just okay. See, FNR is like the local You understand what FNR is?
Yes.
It is like the local variable of that thing, and number of record is the total. It will append all these lines, all these files, and have a grand total of 29. And FNR is like a local total number of like how many it has in that particular line. See, it will iterate through it, and then once it hits the second line, it will reinitialize itself to 1, and then it will go again, and then again when it hits a new file, it will reinitialize itself to 1.
Okay.
All right. So that is clear. All right. So we are checking if n is less than FNR. Then what we were doing?
N
We were,
equal to FNR and NF
uh,
equal to file name.
Sir, we have 2 files, right, in this?
3 files.
we are passing 3 files. And see, FNR, the lowest file is this
Sir,
file 5,
lowest file is this. Okay.
file 3.
Mhm.
So n is equals to FNR. And what we are doing? NF equals to file name. Right. And yeah, so NF.
Yeah, it's printing the largest address.
Mhm.
Okay, so it will go through every line and check if it is if the n is less than FNR.
We should say it as if FNR is greater than N, then it would have been more easier on the brain to comprehend. Because if any current file's number of record is greater than the previous value of N,
Hmm. Yeah,
so only
I
then
got it. Thank you for pointing that out.
yes.
All right. So this is clear.
Yes.
Sir, one question, sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah.
what happens in the first in when it is run for the first time, because n value is not there, so it will not
Yeah.
go into the loop, right?
Yeah, like, but it will be like initializes like the lowest value.
Zero.
It will define, if it will define itself implicitly, it will define itself.
So would it be 0, or like what would be the definition?
See, the first round, it will just initialize itself when it will go through the first file, and then check it and initialize it, and then that give it the, like, whatever we are doing with here, n is equals to FNR, and then if in the first round, it will be initialized only.
Right, sir.
Even
Initialization value, I'm asking what value it will initialize.
It will initialize as 0 only at the start.
Okay.
So we can move on to the next one.
So if we want to find the least, the file with the least number of lines, then will it initialize to a greater value? Right?
You don't have to initialize. You just need to change that greater than, less than to greater than.
That's what I'm asking. It will automatically get initialized, right? To some
Yeah,
greater, some large value.
yeah, like it will be implicitly defined. Like you don't have to initialize it in the begin block. You can, but it will be like the logic won't be hurt.
no, but she's asking if we are searching for the minimum number of lines in a file. So for that, we have to initialize N, because N will always be, if we
0.
change,
Initialize
yeah,
will be 0
yes. So if we change N greater than FNR, we need to have N as something of
as a
greater.
greatest value.
Okay, so in that case, we have to initialize.
Yes.
Okay.
What does xargs do?
xargs basically takes your the standard whatever the input that was passed in the pipes, and then take it as an argument to the command. Xarg here, what will it will do it? Suppose you have that echo some random string and you want to open it as a file name in VI editor. So you just pass it as xarg will pass it to the VI command as its argument.
But in these cases also, if I'm doing these commands in a pipe, the pipe is returning something. This command is returning something. And if
Yeah,
I just write vi won't.
no, it won't work with that.
Okay.
You have to pass it as an argument. So xargs is for it.
Okay. And if it was the same thing with echo, if it was echo, I have to use xargs with that also, or I can just write echo.
Like xarg is like, see, basically the you, if you want to use the output of that piped command to as an argument to some other command, you have to use xargs for that, or you have to store it in some variable and then access it. In a single line, you have to use xargs for that.
As an argument. Cool.
Is the question clear?
Question is clear, but what is the meaning of minus f in ls? Minus t is for the timing, I suppose.
Yeah, to get the latest file.
Latest, so it should be sorted in the ascending order. No, descending order.
Ascending, then the latest will be at your first file. Newest to oldest. I'll explain this question better.
I guess the answer is C.
Answer C. Wait, I'll explain this. See, what does it do? Minus f is to append the like the indicator that is there is for C. Basically, what it will do, ls minus f. It will have, if it is a directory, it will have that extra slash in front of it.
Okay.
And if it is a like that some shell script, then it will have that extra character of star in front of it.
Okay, so C is not the answer then.
Huh?
I mean, C is not the answer then.
Yeah.
Let us do that.
So, do you want to see the question again, or I'll explain it?
So what does this star mean?
Star is for like it is an executable file, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So
I understood it. If someone else has a doubt, you can.
so minus t just it sorts with the newest file. Wait, e minus. So the wait. It's t. Oh wait, yeah. So what it will be, ls minus t. This is the latest file that I edited. It was file 3. ls minus tl. It is the latest file that I edited at 7:38, and the oldest was this 7:17 on July 7th. So minus t will have that, and f will just have that extra slash in front of it. So I'll show the question again, and then you can decide what will be the output for that. Yeah.
So we had -1 would be the least modified, right? I mean,
We have to find the latest one.
but yeah, which means we have to write 1, right?
I'm sorry, what?
That means -1 is one. Like
The
it's
first
the
file.
first one.
Head means
Oh,
head will just get the first file.
The answer should be D.
Right. So the answer is D. So like everyone is clear with the question why we are doing this grep.
Basically, to reverse
Yeah, it will reverse.
descending, right?
It will reverse match. What it will reverse match?
Any directories.
Yeah, if it will match for directories, the basically slash at the end, and -v is for reverse. So match those only which are not the directories. So we'll get all the files. We have to open the latest recently modified file. So we will get with grep -v the first two commands. We will get the all the latest modified files that there are. Then we get the -1 the first file head -1, and we pass it as an argument to vi using xargs.
So head -1. So -1 will give the
First in like the first file. Wait, I'll show you.
shouldn't it give the last file
No,
because
it was tail.
No, the
No.
minus is
Min-
not there to tell you if it's taking it from the starting or the end.
It's like an option.
oh, okay.
So we have done till here, right? ls minus lf. So we are getting all the files directories in the latest or the oldest when we have modified them. Now we have to get the files, right? So we can inverse match it. Now these are all the files that there are. Wait, I did it with lfs. Wait, sorry. Uh, yeah. So these are all the files that there are. Is this clear? These two commands, what they did.
yes, sir.
And then we get the first file. Minus means just we are just passing it as an argument. So we get the first file and then we are opening it with vim editor or vi editor, like xargs. So we got that file.
Got it, sir.
Yeah. Move on to the next one.
So what is the difference between B and D?
What is the difference? B and D.
Yes.
See, the basically it will the best practice to follow is to like get it in the curly braces whenever you are interpreting a bash variable in double braces. And wait, I'll show you with an example that would be better.
So we're basically going to a different bash shell to execute the array at the rate.
It's not going into
No,
a
I'm
different-
asking him. I'm not telling him.
No, it's not going. I'll just I'll just define it as this. I have this array which have my output of ls command. Okay. Suppose if I want to now know the thing that I have in array. So what I want to do, get all the things that are there in that array. So if I were to do that, it will have that string. Oh, wait. This is not a good example. Wait. I'll just make a new array.
1, 2, 3.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. So we have this array. So dollar array. If I were to see, I had how many? Like I had these many inputs, right? Now I want to access all the inputs, all the elements of the array. So to access it, we need to provide it in this curly braces. This will give the same output. But now, if I were to do this without this and at the rate, it will just print the literal at the rate at the end. It is not interpreting that array. This is one. It will print this as one variable, and then this as a literal like the string. For the bash to work and print everything that is in there, we need to put it in curly braces.
It's just the syntax we need to
Yes,
remember.
remember, yeah, that's it. Like it's a week 1, week 2 or 3 thing.
And if we want to print out the indices, we'll just have a exclamation.
Yeah. So this is clear. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Okay, I'll just move on to the next question. This is a multiple select answer, so there are multiple answers for this. Can anyone explain me what this for loop is doing?
So we are iterating through every file that is, everything that is present in directory B, because we have seeded into B.
Yeah.
And then we are going through every. Did I do some mistake? Okay, so we are taking everything that is in A and we are giving it to the grep command. If you
Yes.
find so if a file is present in A, okay, no, wait. Okay, so if you find,
Sorry.
go on.
Current working directly will be B. Right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Continue.
Okay, so we are finding, so we are grepping $I. So we are checking if a file that is present in B, if it's present in A, then we won't move it. But if it's not present in A, then we will move it to A. So I think the answer should be file 3 and 4.
Okay. Anyone else?
No, it's 10, 5, 6, right?
Huh?
I mean, the left files will be 10, 5, and 6, right? In the B directory.
Yeah,
Uh,
10, 5, 6 for me.
yeah. So yes, the answer is 5, 5, 6, and 10 only. But can you explain how?
So
Those
basically,
fi-
yeah, go on.
Okay,
those
just
are
go on. Yeah.
those files which are present both in the A and B uh, will get moved to the A directory, right? So
Yeah.
the left files will be only file 10, 5, and 6. Because those are not present in the A directory.
Yes. So only the files that are present in A and B, both of them, will be in the B. Whatever common files are there in A, it will be moved again to A, and the whatever left there in B will be the unique files. Is it clear, Himadri?
Not very clear actually.
Okay, so see the ls and dot dot slash a, it's just printing the contents of that a directory. All right.
Hmm.
So we are grabbing $I. What is $I here? What will contain?
Files in B.
Huh?
Files in B. So we are
Files
going.
in B. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it found, see the if it founds, if the first part gets successfully executed, then only it will move. So if it is there in A, if it exit with a success code of 0, then only it will move on to and move.
Okay, I used to think that and is if the first part is successfully executed, it won't go to the second part.
No. If the first status is 0, if it executed successfully, then it will move to the second. And if it is or double pipe, then it will either the first or the second.
Acha, so in the double pipe, if the first command is executed, we won't go to the second.
To the second, yeah.
Okay, cool. If we found any file that is in A, so we'll move it, and if not, okay, I got it.
Yes. Is it clear with everyone? All right, then we'll move to the next one.
So is the answer A?
Is it D?
This- Okay, can you all explain how?
It is reading the file 1, and it will collect all the lines that are starting and ending with digit and it will move to the file 2.
Okay. Then in which scenario your upon execution of the will no lines will be printed onto the terminal? See the diff command, what it does, it will print only the files that are only the lines that are different.
I don't get it. What is that diff
So
command?
it will just compare the line files that are there, and it will just like do that line by line. If there is any difference, it will print on the standard output. Is the diff command clear?
Okay, it will print all the lines. I mean, the prints between the two files.
In which case, this is question is asking, what this question actually asks is to, in which case uh, will this script print nothing to the standard output?
So when file 1 is a copy of file 2.
When the file 1 has every line starting and ending with number, right?
Yeah, but then if see, the while loop is that if it is like that, then it will store all the lines in file 2 that are starting and ending with digit. So if file 1 has some files, if some lines that are not like that, then it will show the difference.
We can do this question without even looking at the while loop, right? Because
Yeah.
for
Either
diff
the
to
file
work,
1 needs to be empty or all the lines in the file 1 have to be starting and ending with numbers, right?
It should be like the see, if both of the files are the exact copy of each other, then only it will
Yes,
not
sir.
show any difference.
So that's what
Yeah.
when every line in the file 1 is starting and ending with numbers, every line
And
will get
yeah,
shifted to, I mean, copied to file 2. So
yes,
there will be no difference between file 1 and file 2. And it
yes.
will be the same case when the file 1 is empty.
But the file 1 will be empty, it will show the difference what is not there.
if file 1 is empty, file 2 will also be empty.
Empty,
So
that's what.
that should be,
Nothing will get transferred when. So both the files will be empty. So there will be
Acha,
no difference.
context of this, yes. But like if it is empty and you are comparing, I was thinking of the diff command. Okay, so if with diff command it will show the difference, but in this case, since the file 1 is empty, then nothing will be transferred to file 2.
so the answer should be both of these options.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then we can continue this session. It's already 8 tomorrow. Then we'll discuss. This was January terms. I still have a few questions left in this. I'll just discuss it later, like tomorrow. All right. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, complexity of End-Sem questions would be similar to what you are discussing right now.
Yeah, these are the previous year end term questions only. So like I'll discuss till last May term. So last 1 year end term questions I'll discuss in PYQ sessions.
Okay.
So,